Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. Today we will be talking about a case that really hits close to home for many companies, the internship of data leak. Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself. I am Izuan Chin. I'm an ethics advisor or HR manager, and I will be your host today. And then, can you guys please introduce yourself?
So, my name is Ainol Razly. I'm one of the intern in the company.
So, I'm Dzulazmi, RDB Data Protection Officer.
So, my name is Edrian Chong, and I will be the supervisor or company representative.
So, welcome everyone. Today, we will talk about data and dilemmas, where we unpack real workplace ethics issue. So today we will be discussing the internship data leak, a case that tests how we balance productivity, privacy, and professionalism. Okay, let's start with what happened.
So, during my internship at the Technova Solutions, I was helping prepare to client presentations to save time. I downloaded some client data files to my personal laptop so I could work at the home. Unfortunately, one of those folders was synced to public Google Drive link. A few days later, we discovered that some client detail, like a name and phone number, had been shared online. I didn't realize my personal drive was publicly accessible until it was too late.
It was a serious breach. We immediately took down the files, notified affected clients, and launched an internal investigation. We found that although Ainol made a mistake, our company also lacked clear policies for the intern handling sensitive data.
So, we have both human error and organizational oversight. Let's explore the ethical and legal implication under the Personal Data Protection Act 2010 PDPA. Ainol, what was going through your mind when you decided to use your own laptop?
Well, honestly, I just want to finish my work quickly and impress my supervisor. And I didn't think about the risk. So I assumed since it was company data, I could access it as long as I was working on it.
That's a classic ethical dilemma, efficiency versus confidentiality. Okay, Ian, how do you see it?
I see both sides. As supervisor, we want intern to take initiative, but we didn't provide proper data handling for training, and that's on us. Under the PDPA security principle, it's the organization duty to ensure data is protected from unauthorized access.
Exactly, the PDPA outlines 7 key principles, and two ways are clearly mentioned here. The first, the security principle, since personal data was properly safeguarded. The secondly, the retention principle, since we allow data to be copied outside the security network. Also, intern must be a briefing on confidentiality agreement and digital safety before being given access to client information.
So, I know, action was unintentionally, but it exposed a larger ethical issue that the company didn't prepare interns adequately.
Yes, I should ask before transferring files, and I realized that the professional responsibility means checking the how, but not just doing the what.
That's a great reflection, Ainol. We also realized that our onboarding was too focused on tasks, not on ethical awareness.
That's great. In response, we revisited our internal PDPA compliance policy. Every staff member, even temporary intern, must now complete a data protection briefly before being assigned any project.
Good move. The accountability principle under PDPA makes it clear and that organizers must show responsibility for the data they process. So accountability lies both with the individual and the company.
We also learn how important ethical culture is. it's not enough to have rules, and people must say to us, like, is this the right things to do?
Well, that's true. I didn't ask about that. I didn't want to look incompetent, but now I realize asking question is actually part of being ethical.
Well said. Ethical awareness is about courage, not convenience.
To prevent this from happening again, we've introduced our intern data ethnic filter based on 3 key commitments. The firstly is confidentiality. This will handle all personal data securely and never move it to personal device. The second, transparency. Report any accidental data export immediately. The third, integrity. Seek guidance when uncertain about data handling.
We also update our policies. All interns now use company-provided laptops with restricted access. Plus, we conduct quarterly PDP refresher workshop.
And from an HR perspective, we emphasize reflective learning. Mistakes should become opportunities to build stronger ethical habits.
So, I support that. Intern data portal sheets, not just tasks. A short data ethic briefing on day 1 could save me and the company a lot of stress. So, I learned the good intention. It's don't excuse negligence. So, in the future, I always prioritize data security over convenience.
This experience showed me that leadership means creating a safe space for ethical learning. I will ensure all my team's members understand the boundaries of data use.
For me, it's a great concern that PDPA complaints must be practical, not just polished on paper. Everyone must know their part in protecting data.
And I'm reminded that ethics is about avoiding mistake. It's about responding responsibly when they occur. Building a real culture of trust and transparency is the real goal. Thank you everyone for this meaningful discussion. The internship data league reminds us that professional ethics and data protection go hand in hand. Whenever you're an intern or a director, respecting privacy is everyone's responsibility.